Hey guys, I'm in Mexico. I'm here for my really good friend Suzanne's wedding and Ari, and I'm super excited because I've actually never been to Mexico before. We're in a town called Merida. It's in the Yucatan. Okay, so if you know about this place, it's a very Mayan place. I think most of the people who live here are actually Mayan. Also, is it a thing here to water down drinks? Because people told me it was, and literally I was drinking so much and nothing was hitting me. Granted, I had like 2 meals before that and also like whatever, but I even mixed like wine, rum, and tequila, and I'm still totally normal today. I'm really tempted to go into this Starbucks. Another little tip, I have T-Mobile and they have this thing where like your phone just literally works in other countries. I think there's like 100 something countries on the list, and it happened like it works in Armenia, it worked here, like, and you don't need to do anything about it. You literally just like arrive. Oh my god. Wait, what is this? So a few phrases that I didn't even know, or at least like a few words. One is hacienda. People have been saying that that's sort of like a plantation or something, or like I don't know what, but I'm assuming this is one of them. And I don't know, I guess people were saying that they're like all over Mexico or something. So help me out if you know what that is, or I'll probably just Google it. When you're here for a certain like event or something, like you don't really have much time. I'm only here for like 4 days. So right now I'm walking to the Merida town square, I believe. I really want food and I really want like bomb coffee, and I saw there's like a lot of places for that. So we'll see where I end up. Also, I'm like kind of the type of person that is not necessarily going to wake up at like 7 a.m. and like do like tourist shit all day. Like, I'm sorry, but like when I'm on vacation, I also want to rest and sleep, especially like when you go out late. Like last night we were at the welcome party and like it was a late night for sure. Another guy that's here with us on this trip, he's like renting a bike for 4 days. And I'm like, wow, you have major balls, because I can barely bike like on the streets in LA, let alone in Mexico where I know nothing, do not speak the language, even though I took 2 years, like when I was in 8th grade and then I was in 9th grade, but I don't remember shit. So yeah, and surprisingly, at least in this area, a lot of people don't speak English, which like I thought like in Mexico a lot more would. I don't know why, I just assumed that. I'm talking to the people on the trip and like they're telling me how, because a lot of them have been to Tijuana, Ensenada, Cancun, and they're like, this area is completely different, because I haven't been anywhere in Mexico, but yeah, like I guess this place is very different. And I think it's also because 1, it's like pretty remote, 2, it's very Mayan. Another thing that's super funny when you're traveling, because like people ask you where you're from. I'm rocking my Armenia hat specifically, but like it's kind of awkward because I feel like even in America, like people tend to assume where you're from is like your ethnicity, which like for America, obviously that makes no sense unless you're Native American. You know, it's kind of confusing when you're traveling because you're like, oh, I'm from LA, but like I'm also this other thing, but like I'm very, like, you know what I mean? Like basically you can pick and choose how you want them to perceive you, because if I say I'm American, they're gonna think like I'm just like American, white or some shit. But then if I say I'm Armenian, they like are gonna think something else. And like honestly, Americans don't really have like a good representation or like reputation in the rest of the world. 1, especially as fucking travelers, because they're so disgusting and privileged and obnoxious, which like I hope I try not to be, or like, you know what I mean? It's kind of inevitable though, honestly. Like I went to London and like I felt like such an American there, because since like it's an English speaking country, you kind of feel it more, because like if you're in Mexico or something, like obviously you're different. But then if you're in London, you're like, oh, these people all speak English, they're like a Western country. But then you're like, wow, I'm still so privileged compared to them, and like I'm so obnoxious, like, you know what I mean? I'm actually gonna be a ball of sweat at the end of this day, and I barely have any clothes packed with me, but thank God. Another hacienda, I guess, I don't know. But thank God I fucking got my outfit together for the wedding. Like, it was pretty last minute, like the day before. And like, who knew? Well, I kind of knew this, but like suits can be really fucking expensive, dude. Like, I don't know if people know this, but like suits are not cheap. And I didn't go to some high-end place. I went to fucking Macy's and I dropped like $700 on a fucking suit and like a shirt and like a tie. But it's just like, wow, like why are they so expensive? Okay, so I think this is another hacienda. I still don't get what that fucking word means. I need to fucking like Wikipedia that shit. It was so funny because like last night we were trying to get like some food or like some snacks, and there was 7-Eleven which was closed, but then there's this local thing called OXXO, and that was open. So then me and my friend got snacks, and then there was like these kids outside, like these like teenagers or whatever in their car, and they were like definitely the cool kids of this area. I think they were smoking weed, and we're like, oh my God, we need to go befriend them. It's just so funny how like people are the same kind of everywhere. Like these kids I just passed by, they're probably doing like a little TikTok or something. And oh my God, this is kind of cute. Okay, so the other thing that's super trippy is like, okay, so like the wedding that I'm here for is it's an Armenian wedding, but basically what the groom is from Argentina. So his whole family and all his friends and everything are from Argentina. So they all speak Spanish, and it's just so trippy because like knowing Spanish, like obviously English, like you can get by pretty much anywhere or most places, but like having Spanish, like you can literally get by in so many different cultures and places, like South America, Central America, Mexico, Spain. Like it's just like insane, and I wish I knew it. Or like, you know, like there were those people who like took Spanish for like 6 years and like they became fluent, and I'm kind of like, I wish I was one of them. Okay, I'm literally following this group even though I have no idea who they are or where they're going. But I'm thinking like I'll end up somewhere touristy. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I just got scammed because I paid $225 for literally 2 shirts and 2 tablecloths. But support the locals, I guess. Okay, so update on my day. Shit show galore. I got scammed out of like $300 US. I mean, then again, I don't want to say I got scammed because I don't think I got scammed. Like I got like these 2 long sleeve beautiful Mayan shirts, which I'm basically passing by. There's like a lot of Mayan clothing and just like artisanship or whatever, and it's all phenomenal. Like they have a bunch of markets, like Mayan markets like this, like for clothes, and just like a lot of stuff like that. Surprisingly though, there's like a lot of bougie little like boutiques or coffee shops or like restaurants. Yeah, like stuff like this, which is really cute. And honestly, the patterns that the Mayans make, or just like all the artisan stuff, is so cute. That's why I'm not even mad that like I'm like supposedly being scammed, because like look at that stuff, it's so cute. Wait, was this hola? Wait, this is the store I was scammed in? No. Another thing, they're like super strict with COVID, or at least like, yeah, pretty strict compared to like, I guess LA, I don't know. Or like maybe compared to what I was expecting. Mexico reminds me of Armenia, just like the vibes. I don't know if it's like because they're both sort of like redeveloping countries, but also just like the vibe of these streets reminds me of it. There's Burger King. I saw McDonald's earlier and I was so hungry and I was like, I'm really tempted to go in because like, you know what I mean? It's also like, I feel like, yeah, it's annoying to like go to Starbucks and like McDonald's when you're somewhere else, but it's also kind of cool if you have like nothing else, because then you get to see how it's different from like the ones, you know, like in America. There's like a bunch of street vendors. I'm kind of traumatized. I don't want to go near anyone because earlier, like this guy pulled me into his store and I just went along for the ride, and then basically that's kind of how I got scammed, even though I really think it was worth the amount because it's like handmade and everything. But yeah. Okay, like another thing, there's like a shit ton of people here. Like I googled it and it's like basically over 1 million people live here, and it's just crazy. Like when you're from like other big cities or just like from kind of like the US, you're so like self-centered and everything, to where it's like a place that you've never really heard of. Like, I mean, a lot of people I don't think have heard of like Merida, Mexico. And it's just like, there's so much life here and so many different things to experience. And it's actually pretty overwhelming because like I said, there's so many people here. Like I wasn't expecting that, but just goes to show you like how important it is to like get out of your bubble. Because I feel like the US, definitely like LA and stuff, are such bubbles, and I've never really been into that. But there's people who like live their entire lives and like don't experience anything else, which is like fucking sad. Okay, seriously, what is this and how do I get in? Because this looks like the type of place I need to be in. I'm so tired right now. Or is this someone's home? No, it's not. It can't be. Oh wait, so it's a store, but it literally looks like a fucking meditation studio or something. It's so cute. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, this is super cute. I don't know what it is though. Like, oh, it's a church. Okay. I think they're having like an actual wedding in there.
Արին եւ Սուզանը ուրախ են այս փացարիկ օրը հոս կգտնվին դոնելու իրենց միությունը